Janice, are you there?
At your service, sir.
Enter the manosphere.
Of course. How can I assist you today?
Give me some of that dating foolishness.
Will do, sir.
You're telling me that grown men want you to prove yourself to check the vibe at a coffee date. Like, this is getting ridiculous, ladies, okay?
Welcome to Manosphere Highlights Daily. Fellas, can I get a drizzle drizzle?
Drizzle, drizzle. Drizzle, drizzle.
Drizzle, drizzle.
Drizzle, drizzle.
Bears, can I get a grizzle grizzle? The reason why I started like this is to highlight that these phrases didn't just come falling out of the sky for no reason. There are legitimate reasons why men are stepping back from dinner dates or even walking away from dating entirely. It's phony baloney dating coaches like the one we're reviewing today who completely ignore what men actually think or want. And because of that, they end up looking ridiculous while giving women advice. Let's start with a YouTube channel description. Janice, read.
For the girls who want better, my goal and mission is to empower women to put themselves first and honor their core needs without the guilt that is conditioned in us from early age. By recognizing your core needs, you are able to navigate relationships and dating from an empowered state that allows you to ultimately choose a partner who meets your core needs and standards. Life and love is not about struggle and significant compromise. It's submitting to your authentic self and growing from there, thriving from there, and essentially living the life of your dreams. Sparkling heart.
Janice, play the Me song.
It's all about me, me. It's all about me, me. It's all about me, me. It's all about me, it's all about me, it's all about me, me.
What she's really promoting is a me first mentality, where compromise is seen as a weakness. She's training women to believe that if a relationship requires effort or struggle, it's not worth it. This isn't empowerment, it's entitlement. Entitlement is the key word for today. Check this out.
If I could go back and date in my 20s, this is what I would do. I don't know how we have strayed from a man needing to prove himself to have a commitment with us to now women just wanting a man so bad that we're willing to just give away exclusivity and commitment to any man or beg for it.
Red flag alert.
How in the blue hell do you not know why women strayed from a man needing to prove himself before getting commitment? You're a freaking dating coach, and on top of that, you're a woman. The fact that you don't know this is enough reason to stop talking and find another job. We should end the video right here. She's done. She's cooked. How can you even take this woman seriously? This is what women wanted, guys. Does the sexual revolution ring a bell? The sexual revolution wasn't just about rebelling against tradition for the sake of it. Women wanted to break free from the constraints of traditional gender roles, to gain control over their own bodies and desires, and to fight for equality in sexual relationships. They believed their worth shouldn't be tied to purity or marriage, but rather to their autonomy and personal choices. This push to change the rules has had a huge impact on modern dating. What we're seeing today, women choosing partners based on superficial factors, prioritizing self over compromise, and relationships falling apart when the slightest struggle arises, is part of the legacy of that movement, okay? The problem is, many of these dating coaches don't understand the full history of where these ideas come from. How in the blue hell are you gonna teach women where to go if you don't know where you've been?
It's not logic.
If you don't know the core of the issues men and women are dealing with, how are you supposed to fix anything? These phony baloney dating coaches have no clue what the hell they're talking about. And yet, they're out here giving dating advice like they're experts. The foolishness. Let's skip to another clip real quick. Check this out.
When I was in high school, the boys were taking us to movies and to a dinner for dates. In high school, you got a picture show and Applebee's. At 16, one of my teenage nephews recently took his girlfriend to a steakhouse on a date. Saved just a little money, took his girlfriend to a steakhouse on a date.
This is why I do not understand why there are so many women fighting for their lives to go on these coffee dates. Like my first date, my first Valentine in high school, I was a freshman, 14 years old in high school. I was taken to a high-end restaurant for Valentine's Day. My boyfriend at the time saved up money that his parents gave to him to take me out on this date. Like, this was a fancy date, dim lighting, white tablecloths. You're telling me that grown men want you to prove yourself to check the vibe at a coffee date.
She's serving women that feel-good Kool-Aid.
Can you make me feel good? Can you make me feel good?
This is a pep rally. This woman isn't a dating coach. She's a cheerleader. Why?
What?
Instead of explaining the context and reasoning behind a coffee date, she encourages women to feel entitled to fancy dates, which doesn't make sense in today's society.
It's not logic.
Think about it. When she was in high school, she probably met her boyfriend in class or somewhere around the school. People met spontaneously back then, naturally. Fast forward to 2024, and now you're meeting strangers on dating apps because, well, you're working. And that's how people connect now. Strangers. So why in the blue hell should a man take a stranger to a fancy restaurant? He has no intel, no real connection, just a profile picture and a few chats to an app. And you think that deserves a fancy dinner? That's foolishness.
It's not logic.
I say you can have coffee. You haven't earned anything yet. This sense of entitlement is out of control. Oh, and by the way, what happened to that high school boyfriend of yours? People used to marry their high school sweethearts, but you didn't. So let's get into what I think happened between these high school lovebirds. Check this out.
Now women just wanting a man so bad that we're willing to just give away exclusivity and commitment to any man or beg for a commitment from a man when he should be the one that is earning that place in our life. If you're a girl in your 20s and you want a boyfriend, this is what a boyfriend should mean, okay? You don't treat your boyfriend like your husband. A boyfriend is temporary, and he should be pursuing you the entire time that he is your boyfriend. He should be taking you out on dates. He should be treating you, getting you flowers, making you feel good, being thoughtful. He should be adding value to your life, solving your problems, actually elevating your life in some way. When he stops acting like a boyfriend, when he starts pulling away, when he starts becoming inconsistent, when he stops taking you out, he's no longer earning that spot in your life, and it's time to find a...
This is pure gold. Her video cuts off at the end, but the subtitles give it away. It's time to find another boyfriend. You just heard what happened to her high school boyfriend. Like I always say, you don't build equity with women. It doesn't matter if you've been there for 5, 10, or even 20 years. It's always about what have you done for me lately, to quote Janet Jackson. The moment a woman feels like she's not getting what she deserves, she's already got your replacement lined up. We've seen the data. 50% of women in relationships have a backup partner. Did you hear what she said a boyfriend needs to do? It's called worship. These women want to be treated like goddesses, and they can't rationalize why a man should do all these things for them because, honestly, it doesn't make sense.
It's not logic.
That's why they zero in on a specific type of guy. Check this out.
Boyfriend stage. I don't believe getting into this stage with a man unless he has made it clear that the reason why he wants a commitment with you is because he sees himself marrying you. I also believe that a boyfriend is temporary until he has earned that ultimate commitment with you, which is marriage. No moving in together, no having children, buying assets together. I also believe this is the time where he about girlfriend privileges versus wifey privileges and all of the stages before that.
You see, this is why women are upset. You see all these videos of women crying in their cars. A woman can feel as entitled as she wants, but if a man isn't willing to give her what she demands, it's game over. We men aren't obligated to do anything for women, and men are waking up to this every day. especially when it comes to these so-called strong and independent women. They don't need us, right? They'd rather be stuck with a bear than with a man. You can't make this stuff up. The ironic part is there are plenty of men who would commit to these women, but those guys are invisible to them. That's why the focus is always on Chad and Tyrone. And why would these top tier guys commit to women who bring nothing but entitlement? They can get everything they want without the strings attached. The average guy is starting to realize that modern marriage is a bad deal. These women are just looking for a retirement plan, and they have no problem taking you to the cleaners when they are ready to divorce, which is probably going to happen because it's a toss-up. That's why you can't drive this car without a seatbelt, or better yet, without insurance. Now let me show you another thing you need to be cautious of.
When you're rotationally dating, that means that you are seeing multiple men until there is a commitment. So until a guy on your roster brings up the conversation of being in a relationship with you, you are single and keeping your options open. So I think having 3 to 5 guys on your roster is good. And what I mean by having guys on your roster, to even be eligible to be on your roster, he should be meeting your non-negotiables. He should be courting you, investing in getting to know you, planning dates. He's consistent. You don't just have any guy on your roster. And when a guy asks about you seeing other men, like I said, until he brings up the commitment or until he brings up being in a relationship with you, you don't really have to be honest with him. I mean, you can if you want to, but the expectation is that you guys are single. The expectation is that you are seeing other men. And if he has a problem with that, well, you can, address that and say, well, we're not in a relationship. We're not in a commitment. He can move that forward if he wants to. If he's just
be cautious of women who have rosters, because a while back, we reviewed another phony baloney dating coach, and look what she admitted.
Just bear in mind that, because everything is so fun when you say, oh, rotational dating, like you go on dates with a bunch of these guys, it's so fun. But what no one tells you is that you're going to like them. And as I said in another video, most likely you're going to have chemistry with all of them. So it's like, oh, you could be my boyfriend, you could be my boyfriend, you could be my boyfriend, but we are not looking for boyfriends. So yeah, keep that in mind.
You see, this goes a lot deeper than you think. Modern women are overstimulated to the point one man cannot satisfy them. She will never fully commit because she knows there are other options out there, and that's why she will always have a backup man or men in place. This is why the modern woman has no business feeling entitled to special treatment, because dating her is not special. In the past, it was a lot harder for women to build a roster because she was restricted to her immediate social circle, community, or town, and people would know each other, know about each other. Everybody knew who the town harlot was back in the day. That's why these women always advise other women not to tell the guys they are dating that they have a roster and are dating multiple men, because it makes a woman less special in a man's eyes. But the cat is already out of the bag, okay? Never assume you're the only one talking to a woman. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. The internet connects worldwide. You have many women looking for a bag, looking for their narcissistic traits to be fed, but they can only do this for so long. The wall is undefeated. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. If your idea of a solid relationship is based on materialism, the women who listen to this foolish dating advice will end up lonely with cats and wine.
And there's really no reason for women to get shamed for this, because it's practical for a woman to want a comfortable lifestyle, considering the things that women have to go through in their lives. There is no reason not to consider finances and to jump for joy, to struggle and have a life of sacrifice.
Now, can I get a drizzle, drizzle?
Drizzle, drizzle.
Drizzle, drizzle.
Drizzle, drizzle.
Man, that's where we working. Protect yourself at all times. This video has officially been highlighted.